Scene script. Have you ever wondered, in this chaotic and unpredictable world, how can one stay calm and focused? In the midst of the whirlwind that is the 21st century, where stress is as common as the air we breathe, there lies an oasis of tranquility. It's not a place but a philosophy, a way of life that dates back to the ancient Greeks. This oasis is known as Stoicism, and it's experiencing a modern revival. Stoicism at its core is about understanding what we can control and what we can't. It's about focusing our energy on the things within our power and accepting with grace those that aren't. In the face of adversity, a Stoic stays resilient, viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. In today's hyper-connected world, where we are constantly bombarded by information, distractions and demands, Stoicism provides a compass. It guides us towards a state of tranquility, free from the emotional turbulence that so often derails our peace of mind. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but rather about understanding them. It provides a framework to navigate through life's ups and downs with equanimity. It teaches us to respond rather than react, to be proactive rather than reactive, to live in accordance with our values rather than be swept away by the currents of societal pressure. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity and its universality. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you're going through, the principles of Stoicism can be applied to your life. It's like a toolkit for the mind, helping us to cultivate resilience, patience, and focus. It's a philosophy that has stood the test of time, and yet is more relevant today than ever before. So how does one live as a Stoic in the modern world? How can we apply these ancient principles to our fast-paced, technology-driven lives? Well, as with any philosophy, it's not about dogmatic adherence, but about practical application. The Stoic philosophy, though ancient, holds keys to dealing with modern-day challenges. Today, we dive into a day in the life of a modern Stoic. As dawn breaks, our modern Stoic begins his day not in rush, but in serene contemplation. Before the world stirs, he awakens, greeting the morning with calm assurance. The silence of the early hours is his companion, a time for introspection and mental preparation. He does not reach for a smartphone or a laptop. He reaches within, delving into the quiet depths of his own consciousness. He starts with mindfulness, an exercise in presence. As he opens his eyes, he takes a moment to truly see the world around him. The soft morning light filtering through the window, the gentle hum of the waking world outside, the cool touch of the wooden floor beneath his feet. Every detail is noticed, appreciated, and acknowledged. He is here, he is now, and this moment is his. Next comes meditation. Seated in a comfortable position, he closes his eyes, focusing on the rhythm of his breath. Inhale, exhale. With each breath, he sinks deeper into a state of tranquility, letting go of any lingering remnants of sleep or dreams and aligning himself with the reality of the new day. His mind is an ocean, and he is the calm amidst the storm, undeterred by the waves of thoughts and distractions that may try to sway him. Finally, he sets his intentions for the day. What does he want to achieve? What virtues does he wish to embody? What challenges might he face, and how will he overcome them? These are not just idle thoughts, but deliberate decisions. He is not a leaf, aimlessly adrift on the winds of fate. He is a sailor, charting his course with purpose and resolve. These morning rituals, simple yet profound, cultivate mental clarity and focus. They allow him to navigate the day with a sense of direction, a sense of purpose. He is not merely reacting to the world around him, but actively shaping his own experience. Starting the day with intention and mindfulness, our modern Stoic is ready to face the world. In the realm of work, stress is unavoidable, yet the modern Stoic navigates it with a unique perspective. Stress at work is as common as a cup of coffee in the morning. We all experience it, but the modern Stoic approaches it differently. Rather than allowing stress to cause distress, the Stoic embraces it, recognizing it as part of the human experience and an opportunity for growth. The first tactic of a Stoic is acceptance. The Stoic understands that stress is part and parcel of any job. Instead of resisting it, they accept it, as fighting it only leads to more stress. The modern Stoic sees stress not as a foe to be battled, but as a fact of life to be acknowledged and managed. The second tactic is control over reactions. The Stoic knows that we cannot always control the situations we find ourselves in, but we can control how we react to them. So when stress arises, the Stoic remains calm and composed, choosing to respond instead of react. They do not let the storm of stress sway their ship, but steer steadily through it. A modern Stoic views obstacles not as impediments, but as opportunities for personal growth. Every challenge at work is an invitation to learn and improve. The modern Stoic asks, "What can this teach me?" rather than, "Why is this happening to me?" They see each stressful situation as a chance to practice patience, resilience, and courage. By adopting this mindset, the modern Stoic transforms stress into a tool for self-improvement. They take what others view as a negative and turn it into a positive. They use it to become stronger, more resilient, and more capable. Work stress, therefore, is not a burden for the modern Stoic, but a gift. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become a better version of oneself. It is a chance to practice Stoicism in action, to put philosophy into practice, and to live a life of wisdom and virtue. For the modern Stoic, work stress is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone to personal development. In social situations, the modern Stoic shines with his equanimity and empathy. In the bustling orchestra of life, it's simple to get swept up in the cacophony of voices, opinions, and emotions. But the modern Stoic stands as a beacon of tranquility, maintaining a composed demeanor amidst the tides of social interactions. The Stoic understands that every person is an intricate tapestry of unique experiences and perspectives. So, when they engage in conversation, their primary goal is to listen, not to respond, but to genuinely understand. They are a patient observer, a silent confidant, a willing student of the human experience. Picture a calm, unhurried river, unhurried and serene, navigating the uneven terrain with grace. That's the Stoic in a social setting. They recognize that everyone is on their own journey, with their own strengths and weaknesses, victories and defeats. They hold no judgments, only empathy and understanding. The modern Stoic also understands the importance of not taking things personally. They know that people's words and actions are often a reflection of their own inner state, rather than an accurate depiction of the Stoic's character. This understanding frees them from the shackles of unnecessary emotional turmoil and allows them to navigate social interactions with ease and grace. In disagreements, the Stoic refrains from being reactive. Instead, they focus on understanding the other person's point of view. They are not quick to defend or argue, but to comprehend and empathize. And when faced with criticism, the Stoic sees it as an opportunity for growth, not a reason for resentment. They view it through the lens of objectivity, discerning the constructive insights from the noise. But remember, the Stoic is not a doormat. They stand firm in their values and principles, yet flexible in their approach. They respect others' perspectives, but do not compromise their own integrity. In essence, the Stoics' approach to social interactions is like a dance where they move with grace and understanding, where they listen more than they speak, where they empathize before they judge, and where they seek to comprehend rather than react. In the dance of social interactions, the modern Stoic moves with grace and understanding. As the day winds down, the modern Stoic engages in a key practice: reflection. This isn't just a casual glance back at the day's happenings. No, it's a deliberate and thoughtful review of each waking moment, each interaction, each thought that crossed the mind. The Stoic's evening reflection is like a mirror held up to the day, reflecting back the good, the bad, and everything in between. Imagine the Stoic sitting in a quiet room away from the world's distractions, replaying the day's events in his mind's theatre. He's not just a passive observer. He's an active participant, dissecting each moment, each decision, each reaction. He questions himself, did I handle that stressful situation at work with grace? Could I have been more patient in that heated conversation? Did I let my emotions control me, or did I control them? It's a mental exercise in accountability, a wrestle with one's own actions and reactions, a pursuit of self-improvement. This practice is not a hunt for flaws or an exercise in self-criticism, but rather a journey of self-awareness. It's about recognizing patterns, understanding triggers, and acknowledging strengths and weaknesses. The Stoic understands that to know oneself is the first step to personal growth. With every reflection, the Stoic learns something new about himself. He identifies areas of strength to be proud of and areas of weakness to work on. He learns to forgive himself for his mistakes and to celebrate his victories, however small, and it doesn't end there. Based on this reflection, the Stoic makes plans for the next day. He identifies the situations he wants to handle differently, the reactions he wants to control better, the virtues he wants to cultivate further. It's an ongoing journey of self-improvement, an endless cycle of learning and growing. The evening reflection is a testament to the Stoic's commitment to personal growth. It's a practice that promotes self-awareness, cultivates mindfulness, and fosters resilience. It's a practice that enhances the Stoic's ability to navigate through life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. With reflection, our modern Stoic ends his day richer in wisdom and understanding. The modern Stoic's journey is guided by a timeless philosophy. Stoicism, a philosophical tradition born in ancient Greece, is as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago. Its core tenets, acceptance, living in the moment, and focusing on what's under one's control, form the bedrock of the modern Stoic's approach to life. Let's begin with acceptance, a principle that encourages us to embrace reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances can change in the blink of an eye. The modern Stoic understands this, accepting life's unpredictability as a natural part of existence. They don't resist change or try to fight the inevitable. Instead, they adapt and move forward, maintaining their equanimity even in the face of adversity. Next, we have the concept of living in the moment, or mindfulness. This is the practice of focusing one's attention on the present, rather than dwelling on the past or speculating about the future. It's about being fully engaged in the here and now, appreciating the beauty of the present moment. The modern Stoic knows that the past is unchangeable and the future is uncertain. The present, however, is within their reach, and it's here that they choose to invest their energies. Finally, we come to the principle of focusing on what's in one's control. This is perhaps the most empowering tenet of Stoicism. It's about distinguishing between what we can change and what we can't, and channeling our efforts towards the former. The modern Stoic doesn't waste time worrying about things beyond their control. They concentrate on their actions, their responses, their attitudes, the aspects of life they can influence. These principles are not just theoretical constructs, but practical tools that can be applied in everyday life. They help the modern Stoic navigate the ups and downs of existence, providing a framework for making decisions, dealing with challenges, and cultivating inner peace. When faced with a difficult situation, the modern Stoic doesn't panic or despair. They accept the situation, stay in the moment, and focus on what they can do to improve things. When they experience success, they don't become complacent or arrogant. They remain mindful of the transient nature of fortune, and they stay focused on their values and goals. In essence, Stoicism is a philosophy of resilience, mindfulness, and purposeful action. It's not about suppressing emotions or living a life devoid of pleasure. It's about understanding the nature of life, adapting to its rhythms, and finding contentment in simplicity and virtue. This, then, is the philosophy that guides our modern Stoic through the trials and triumphs of life. So, what does a day in the life of a modern Stoic teach us? Well, it elucidates a roadmap, a guide to a life of tranquility and equanimity. We've journeyed together through the morning routine of the Stoic, where the day begins with reflection and the setting of intentions. We saw how the Stoic doesn't simply rush into the day, but takes a moment to prepare the mind, to remind themselves of the values they wish to uphold. We moved on to the stressful work environment, where the Stoic remains an island of calm amidst a turbulent sea. They practice acceptance, understanding that some things are within their control and others are not. They focus their energy on what they can influence and let go of the rest. It's not about being passive, but about choosing battles wisely and conserving energy for what truly matters. We then delved into social interactions, where the Stoic embraces empathy and understanding. They listen more than they speak, they judge less, and they strive to see the world from others' perspectives. They understand that everyone is fighting their own battle, and they choose kindness and compassion over judgment and criticism. As the day winds down, we saw the Stoic in their evening reflection, evaluating the actions of the day against their personal moral compass. They recognize their victories, however small, and also their shortcomings. They learn from both, striving to become a better version of themselves each day. And finally, we explored the philosophy of the modern Stoic, a philosophy not of resignation, but of resilience. It's about finding peace amidst chaos, not by changing the world, but by changing one's perception of it. It's about understanding that happiness is not an external treasure to be found, but an internal state to be cultivated. In the chaos of the modern world, the Stoic finds calm, not from the outside, but from within. And isn't that a lesson we all could learn from?